Yes, good evening. By the time others join, any doubts you would like to ask from yesterday's class? Yes. You can put up a message. What was yesterday's topic, by the way? Namaste. Yes, neutrinos. Any doubts on neutrino? No doubts. Generally, two conditions. Everything is understood or nothing is understood. That's generally two things. Fine. Okay. We'll start. We'll start in 2 minutes. Okay. By the time, rather than, because once you come early, definitely you have to be engaged in some aspect. Tell me some of the recent science and tech developments, apart from the syllabus, defense, space, nuclear, energy. Apart from this, all these things are some recent developments, right? So just list out some of the recent developments in S&T as far as our preparation is concerned. Shakti is old. It's okay. Someone is saying random topics. Can we go with some topic by topic that will start after the course starts? Definitely. These are just open sessions, right? So we are going in some of the current topics or kind of things. So once we start the course, definitely it will be the chronology. We'll start with space, we'll start with defense, we'll start with nuclear, then like that. Okay. James Webb telescope. I'm just looking at the things which is AI, fourth industrial revolution, part of this. Next week. So from next week, we'll start. We'll continue the sessions like this week. And from next week, we'll start with space, regular things. Okay. CRISPR technology. Yes, that is also there. See, all this, it looks like, so you are following the things from last 2-3 years. CRISPR is there. Okay, monkeypox, that can be the just news, which we can look into. Gene editing, these are also covered in the general static syllabus. No? Any new things which I would like to see, like genetically modified mosquitoes, all these things are which are in recent times. Okay, no problem. Let's start the session. We'll see how we can see. All these things are the traditional things which you are telling. Bruce Stagler, fine. I don't know what you are talking about. It's okay. So most of you people are talking about the general things which are there in the syllabus itself: AI, blockchain, gene editing, biotech, space, PSLVs, GSLV, PSLV, defense, IT. So this is the way general questions will be asked, and somewhat 5G. All these things are in the syllabus itself. We have to cover those things. Apart from that, some latest developments we have to see. Okay, very good. Let's start today's session. Some conceptual understanding we'll give today. Based on that, let's see. Fine. So we'll start with today's hypersonic technology demonstration vehicle. This was in the news because our own Defense Research Development Organization, DRDO, has done this experiment. It tested this experiment. Now, with respect to this technology demonstration, some basics academically we have to look into this aspect, how this is exams may come, how questions may come in the dimension we will see here. As I said, DRDO has recently testified this hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle experiment. When I say it is hypersonic, it is we are referring to speed of the vehicle. Okay, so basically we are talking about various missile systems. In the defense context, various missile defense systems or various launch vehicles. The speed of the vehicle is generally talked in this when we are referring to as hypersonic. So why a norm is being set on like that, that is not our purpose, but they have set a standard like if the speed is greater than 5 times the speed of sound. If the speed of the vehicle is greater than 5 times the speed of sound, then it is called as hypersonic vehicle. Speed of sound is almost more than 300 meters per second, exactly 320, 330 meters per second. It's very high speed, 330 meters per second. Imagine what it can travel in 1 hour. Okay, 1 minute. So it's very high speed actually. So when the vehicle is traveling or when the missile is traveling with 5 times the speed of sound, it is called hypersonic. So this hypersonic technology demonstrator, basically it is regarded as one of the high speeds as far as these defense things are concerned. So if you look at the speed aspects, that speed of sound is measured in Mach. Mach is the general terminology which we look at this aspect. 1 Mach means speed of sound. 2 Mach, 2 times the speed of sound. 3 Mach, 4 Mach, 5 Mach. So some terms would be very important, like here in this contest, subsonic speed. Subsonic speed means speed is less than 1 Mach. That is regarded as a subsonic speed. Supersonic less than 5 Mach, it between greater than 1.2 or it is less than 5 Mach. That is regarded as a supersonic speed. Hypersonic means, as I said, greater than 5 Mach up to 10 Mach. Greater than 10 Mach, they are saying high hypersonic. Leave that. 3 terms are important. Subsonic, less than speed of sound. Less than speed of sound. All those speeds are called as subsonic speed. Supersonic, greater than speed of cam, but it will be around 1, 2, 2 to 3 Mach up to 5 Mach, like that. Hypersonic means greater than 5 Mach. So this is a general understanding with respect to speed of the vehicles or missiles. That's what we are just looking at various speeds and how they are classifying in terms of type of missiles. So hypersonic missile means it goes at 5 times the speed of sound, greater than the 5 times the speed of sound. That is the speed with which the missile travels. Now, why this is so important, that is the purpose we have to look into. If the speed is C, one thing is technologically it is very high speed. So in DRDO has tested that equipment which is of very technically significant. Apart from that, there are other aspects which we have to look into. Like these hypersonic missiles are not there in many countries. Many countries are developing missiles for their own self-defense, but hypersonic missiles are not there in many countries. These hypersonic missiles are using a type of a very specialized engine called Scramjet engine. See, basically, if you look at this dimension, it has a rocket. It has a rocket and it has an engine. The rocket moves because something in the fuel under it, some fuel will burn. So there will be an engine under this rocket. That engine type is scramjet. That's what we are referring to here. This, the demonstrate hypersonics technology demonstrating vehicle is using which engine? Scramjet engine. That's what we have to understand. So HSDTV is an unmanned, there is no astronaut on it, unmanned scramjet demonstration aircraft that can travel at hypersonic speeds. Hypersonic, I always said, no, greater than 5 Mach. Now, scramjet engine is the type of engine which you have to use. These type of engines are called air-breathing propulsion engines. Just the terminology is important. Don't go for a PhD in these things. They breathe air and they release air. Ignition will come out. Why? How a rocket flies? Look at it, how a rocket flies. Something will come out, fuel will come out, this will be there. When something fuel is burning inside and it is coming back, it will move forward. Okay, so inside the fuel will burn in an engine. That engine is called scramjet engine. Now, with respect to engine types, and speed, there is a concept which is generally developed in defense context. If the engine is ramjet, these are the names of the engines. If the engine is ramjet, okay, the speed of the vehicle, if this engine inside the rocket is ramjet engine. See, different engines you have. See, in high speed cars, the engine will be different. In our local cars, the engine will be different. Depending on the efficiency of the engine, the speed of the car will differ, right? In the same manner, apply to missile systems also. If the engine type is ramjet engine, the speed will be supersonic. The speed of the missile will be supersonic speeds. If the engine is a scramjet engine, the speed of the missile or the rocket will be hypersonic. Okay, so that is the general understanding which we have. If the speed of if the type of the engine used is ramjet engine, the speed of the missile will be going at supersonic speeds. If the engine is scramjet engine, the speed of the missile is hypersonic. In fact, scramjet is nothing but, yeah, see, no need to confuse here. One or two students are asking to repeat. There is a rocket here. In the rocket, the rocket will fly because fuel will burn in the rocket. Where the fuel will burn? Engine. These engines, fuel will burn and that will release the exhaust out of here. So the engine which is used here, the engine which is used here, being used here, that engine may be of different types. Yes or no? It can be of different varieties. So when the engine within the rocket, this engine, depending on the type of the engine, the rocket speed will differ. That's what they say. Okay. So if the type of the engine is ramjet engine, it's a name, it's a category of engines. If the engine type is ramjet engine, speed of the vehicle or missile will be supersonic. What is supersonic? More than 1 Mach, but less than 5 Mach. What is Mach? Speed of sound, like that. So if the engine is scramjet engine, the speed of the missile is hypersonic. Is this clear? Kavya, Viresh, is this clear? Depending on the engine type? Yes. Okay, fine. Right? So that is the kind. In fact, scramjet is nothing but, if you look at here, scramjet is nothing but supersonic ramjet. Here, the scramjet, this S here refers to supersonic ramjet only. Supersonic ramjet is nothing but scramjet. Okay. So one more conclusion you will get. If the engine burns at supersonic speed, if the engine burns at, or it will release the fuel, it will burn the speed of the engine. If it is supersonic, the vehicle will move at next speed, hypersonic speeds. Okay. So this picture you have to remember. Ramjet engine is used in whatever things, whether it is in BrahMos missile, whether it is in any missile which is going at supersonic speeds. Supersonic missile means the engine which is used is ramjet. Now, if there is some missile in the future which is going at hypersonic speeds, then the engine is scramjet. Okay, so that is the understanding which we have to develop here. Now, so this is the technology which they have developed in this technology demonstration, hypersonic technology demonstration. What they have done is, see, there's a rocket here, hypersonic technology. This rocket is launched from Wheeler Island, Odisha, all the experimentation on the east coast of India. So when this rocket will move, it will have an engine. This rocket will move, and after reaching this high speed, hypersonic speed, it will remove this technology demonstrator. Then this thing will have, this will go ahead, and it has been submerged in the, the test. This is just a trial. Whether it is successful for more lengths or not, that is thing. We are able to deliver something at hypersonic speeds. This thing may carry missile, may carry nuclear weapon, may carry something else in the future. Okay, so that's the reason we tried whether we can achieve greater than 5 Mach speeds. Nuclear capable missiles, whether it is nuclear capable or not, that future will ensure. So the missile has moved at that high speeds. Fine. So that is the thing. This type of technology, this kind of missile delivery systems is only present with only 3 countries: USA, China, Russia. Now India is going to become the 4th country. The trial is successful. Once it is able to deliver the hypersonic missiles, it will be the 4th country. So only 3 countries have this technology. India is going to become the 4th country in this regard. So this itself is a kind of preliminary question which you can look into. Okay, 4th country to have this hypersonic missiles. Okay, the rocket is going and delivering this technology demonstrator. Fine. The rocket will have which engine? Scramjet engine, because it is going at hypersonic speeds. Now, what are the advantages of this hypersonic missile? Ultimately, what is the benefit we are getting? That is the only context, right? What is the advantage of having hypersonic missiles? First thing is, it is developed indigenously, indigenous development. So we can link this to Make in India, or in the recent times post-COVID, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Yes or no? Indigenization of defense. Indigenous development. We need not to development on imported technology. Okay, we can build various hypersonic vehicles. High-speed vehicles can be built. Another important thing is for cruise missiles. So what are cruise missiles which can, like cruising? The word of cruising is it can. Once you launch the vehicle, once you launch the, suppose this is the Earth. Once you launch the vehicle or the missile, target is something, target is some flight, it is moving. Okay, a cruise missile will automatically detect it and it will go the way in which this target is going and it will hit. So that is cruising. It will change the direction, like as if it will have a GPS on it. So once the target, you lock the target, you might have seen in many Hollywood movies, lock the target, target will be moving up and down, up and down, up and down. This missile behind also will go up and down, and finally try to hit the target. So that is cruise missiles. So these type of cruise missiles are very important for self-defense purposes. And these hypersonic missile technology, if we are able to develop the technology, the cruise missiles also can be developed with high speeds. So more power we will have. Very important thing is the next point. See, this is the point which requires a big explanation. The whole purpose of choosing this topic is to explain this topic only. Okay, when a vehicle is moving at hypersonic speeds, when the missile is moving at hypersonic speeds, most of the radars cannot detect these missiles. Suppose Pakistan, some place we want to target. Suppose, okay, we launched a missile. The Pakistan also will have radars. They will detect that a missile from India is coming towards India. So they will counter with another missile. And they will stop our missile from hitting their land. So this kind of detection, early detection, is possible in all the missiles. But if the missile is going at hypersonic speeds, the radar technology are unable to detect these missiles. Okay, so this point need explanation that I will come back in detail. We will discuss these things in detail. That's a standard thing. Cruise and Viresh, let's not confuse others. Cruise and ballistic missiles, I'll tell. Wait. Now, anyway, I have quoted the statement here, ballistic missile defense system. Okay. Now listen. Ballistic missile systems are something which will go above the atmosphere also. So let us not confuse the actual concept here, space defense concepts. Now let's stick to this defense system. What is happening is, suppose we have a city. Let us assume that we have a city. This is the place. Delhi is the city on the surface of the earth. What if someone targets someone? It may not be some country. It may be some terrorist organization. What if on our city someone has thrown missiles, directly missiles? A missile is being targeted from somewhere else, from hundreds of kilometers or thousands of kilometers. From somewhere, the missile is launched and it is going to come and hit on our city. Very important, capital, power seat, everything is there. So what we can do when missiles are coming and they are going to hit our city? Definitely there has to be some mechanism. See, after the missile hits, we will identify who fired the missile and we will try to eliminate them. That's a different thing. But our city will be in danger, na? So in order to address this scenario, governments throughout the countries have developed a systems called missile defense systems in and around Delhi. Suppose this is Delhi. So this green color is a missile defense system. Don't think that there is some layer there. What is this missile defense system is there? It will do is, whenever the missile is coming, whenever a missile is coming and going to hit our targeted place, we will identify the missile. We will identify that a missile is coming. Radars, antennas, satellites, everyone will detect, and it will fire a counter missile. It will fire a counter missile so that this missile will be destroyed in the air itself. Counter missiles will be fired and the incoming missile will be destroyed in the air itself. Okay, so such kind of systems are called as missile defense systems. Okay, understood what is a missile defense system? If suppose missiles are forced or targeted on us, the incoming missiles are coming, this is our land. So how we have to protect ourselves from these incoming missiles? We have our own missile defense systems. Counter missiles will be automatically thrown in the air so that all these type of things can be destroyed in the air itself before reaching the surface. Okay, so these are the missile defense system types are there in this missile defense systems. Now, if you look at the parameters here, with respect to hypersonic delivery system, why it is significant? Because the problem is India or any country have this missile defense system. Ballistic missiles defense systems. See, there are two missile types. If you look at missiles, the missiles can be ballistic or cruise. When I say it is ballistic, it means I will fire a missile here. It will go in a projectile trajectory using gravity and it will hit the target here. And this projectile trajectory can be above atmosphere also. See, we have atmosphere 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. And if you cross it, the missile is going to and cross the atmosphere, come back and hit here. It can be 5,000, 10,000 kilometers distance also. Okay, and it is hitting this target point 1. Now it is very difficult to change this point. Okay, so that is ballistic missile. Whereas cruise missile, as the name says, it can change the target when the target itself is moving. Suppose this is a car which is moving. Suppose there is an aircraft which is going away, it is flying away, aircraft. Cruise missile will lock the target. The cruise missile will go and try to hit it. That is the basic difference we have. So Indian ballistic missile defense system, we have two ballistic missile defense systems in India. That's what we see. So everybody understood what is a missile defense system? Iron Dome Israel. Yes, definitely. That is an example. I will show that photograph also. Yes, Ruthi. Okay. So what is a ballistic missile defense system? This is the thing. Missile is coming. We have to protect ourselves. Now India has two missile defense systems. India has two missile defense systems, which we have to see. See, this is the missile defense system. In fact, this photo is Israel's photo only. Many missiles are coming. Okay, many counter missiles will be fired, and these missiles will be eliminated, something like that. Okay, so this is a purpose of missile defense systems. Many countries have this missile defense systems. Even Russia, we imported S-400 Triumph from Russia. That is also a missile defense system. We have Barak missile system. We bought it from Israel. That is also missile defense system. So varieties of missile defense systems are there in the world. So we will look at our own missile defense systems before looking at the things. Please concentrate, my dear. Please concentrate. Missile defense systems, we have two examples I told, S-400 and Barak. All are the other examples of missile defense systems. In Indian context, we have Prithvi Air Defense. Names we have given. Prithvi Air Defense. I said we have two missile defense systems in India. One is Prithvi Air Defense. Don't worry, these things will be there. Another is Advanced Air Defense. All these full forms you will know. Don't worry here. First we will look at PAD, Prithvi Air Defense. Prithvi Air Defense is an anti-ballistic missile developed for ballistic missiles coming from outside the atmosphere. It is exo-atmospheric. So on the country, if this is same city, if some missile from somewhere is coming, this is atmosphere, imagine this is atmosphere, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers troposphere, and missile is coming, somewhere it is launched and it is going to come and hit. So it has crossed the atmosphere, right? So that's the reason missiles which are coming outside the atmosphere, that is called as exo. Outside the atmosphere they are coming. So we will find which thing PAD will function. Prithvi, what is PAD? Prithvi Air Defense System. So for exo-atmosphere, we have Prithvi Air Defense. That's what it talks about. For missiles coming from outside the atmosphere. So this is our Prithvi Air Defense System. In fact, in Prithvi Air Defense System, Prithvi missiles are used. Okay, type of missiles are there, Prithvi, Akash, that we will see in the defense classes. So Prithvi Air Defense System is one thing. For which type? Exo-atmospheric type missiles. Then the next thing is advanced air defense. This is the second type. Second types of air defense, missile defense system. Second type of missile defense system. Okay. So this advanced air defense is for endo. Endo means within the atmosphere. Within the atmosphere. Okay. So on plane, again, the same thing. Okay. Within the atmosphere, if a missile is coming and hitting us, okay, such type of things is called endo. We use which defense system? Advanced air defense system. So one is exo, other is endo. So that we are safeguarded by all type of missiles. Okay, advanced air system, anti-ballistic, as I said, endo atmosphere. Okay, so this is small. If you look at Prithvi and compared to Prithvi, this is somewhat smaller in size because the one is exo, other is endo. Fine. Prithvi air defense. ठीक है, चलें आगे. Yeah, only two things. Don't try to copy everything. It's okay. Understand the concept. Prithvi air defense. One is exo, other is endo. Fine. So these two things are there. But what is the problem? Why we are talking these things in exo to hypersonic delivery? Something very bad is being happening. Actually, this is done by China. What is being done here is these missile defense systems, so much we have talked. The problem is if within the atmosphere, if you have a missile which is coming at hypersonic speeds, if you have a missile, so this is atmosphere. Within the atmosphere, if you have a hypersonic missile, hypersonic speeds, hypersonic missile, okay, then this missile is not detected by radars. Radars can't detect this missile. Okay, So if radars are unable to detect a missile which is going at hypersonic speed, now you have our city. Can our air defense system detect this hypersonic missile? They can't. If the missile is not detected, counter missiles will not be launched. Once this missile is not detected, not detected by our radars, our own radars, will they launch the counter missiles to destruct these things? Not possible. Okay, so that is the danger. These hypersonic missile systems are making the missile defense systems redundant. That is the danger. That's the reason most of the countries didn't have that still. Only 3 countries. India is the 4th one. If every country have this, China also tested it very recently only. If you have these hypersonic missiles which can travel within the atmosphere is important. If they can travel within the atmosphere with greater than 5 Mach, the existing radar technologies are unable to detect them. So our advanced air defense system, nothing will work. That is the danger which we have. Okay, that's the reason this became very important. Okay, so if you look at here, that is what is shown in the figure here. So this is the thing. 2 types of things are there. Forget about the types for the time being, that we will see it later. Here, what is happening, you see, the missile, see, this is the flight, if you can see. This or this, both are traveling at, both this one and this one are traveling at hypersonic speeds. If they are traveling at hypersonic speeds, so this is the place on the planet, missile target of the missiles. You have this when these missiles are coming. Suppose you have, this is the original missile. Black one is the original missile, not this thing. When this thing is coming like this and trying to hit this typical missile detection system, this missile will be detected by these radars and a counter missile will be fired. This will be destroyed. But if it is coming at very high speed, these missile systems, these missiles, see, radar kind of things, which is always doing surveillance here. This will not be detected and the missile is going to directly hit these missiles will directly go and directly hit the target. The air missile defense systems which they are unable to protect. So that is the problem of this hypersonic cruise missiles or glide vehicles. That is the danger. So once countries start developing these hypersonic missiles, suppose if they are nuclear capable also, if they are nuclear capable, cities itself can be destroyed. In spite of having air defense system, like Iron Dome will not work. If you have missile with hypersonic things, they will go and completely hit. So a kind of nuclear warfare or hypersonic missiles war will begin. People will try to acquire this technology, hypersonic missiles. Everybody will be in a arms race. Arms race means people will be wanting to, every country wants this missile. More militarization will happen. That is the danger. Okay, so that is the significance of this experiment done by China and India also. Fine. After China did, we also looked into it. Now, if you look at some of the questions here, which of the following engines use supersonic speeds? Answer this question. Which of the following engines is used for supersonic speeds? Yes, exactly. Okay. Supersonic means ramjet engine. Scramjet means hypersonic. Very good. Shabash. Then comes next question. Prithvi air defense is used for in Indian context. Prithvi air defense is not endo. Some are saying endo. The right answer is exo. Don't confuse. Some of you saying surface to surface. I am not talking about Prithvi missile. I am not talking about Prithvi missile. I am talking about Prithvi air defense system. Exo. Fine, that is the right answer. Someone said that they want this session at 9 o'clock, but 9 o'clock there is a economy course sessions, my dear. Actual economy course sessions are at 9 o'clock. Our science and tech may start before. That's the reason we are doing it at 8. People who have enrolled for, they are common people. People who have enrolled for economy, they are having session at 9. So there is a, that's the reason we are having it at 8 itself only. Then you are having third question. BrahMos missile is currently. BrahMos missile is currently. Supersonic. True. They are planning to develop hypersonic, but currently it is supersonic. B is the right answer. Okay. So that's it. Take care. Bye. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.